Today, we're diving into a concept that could revolutionize your life in just 7 days. We're talking about Ikigai, the Japanese secret to finding your life's purpose. But before we embark on this transformative journey, let's take a moment to reflect. Have you ever felt lost, wondering why you're here and what you're meant to do? You're not alone. This feeling of disconnection is all too common in our fast-paced, modern world. But what if I told you that an ancient Japanese concept could help you uncover your true calling? That's the power of Ikigai. Ikigai is a Japanese term that translates roughly to a reason for being. It's a concept deeply rooted in Japanese culture, particularly in Okinawa, an island known for its high concentration of centenarians, people who live past 100 years old. The Okinawans don't just live long, they live with purpose and joy well into their golden years. This is where Ikigai comes in. But Ikigai isn't just about longevity, it's about living a life of fulfillment and meaning. It's about waking up each morning with a sense of purpose, knowing that your existence makes a difference. In Japanese culture, everyone is believed to have an Ikigai. Some have found it, while others are still searching. But the beauty of Ikigai is that it's always there, waiting to be discovered. Now, you might be wondering, what exactly is Ikigai? Picture a Venn diagram with 4 overlapping circles. These circles represent 4 crucial elements: what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for. At the intersection of these 4 elements lies your Ikigai. It's the sweet spot where passion, mission, vocation, and profession converge. Let's break this down further. The first circle, what you love, is all about your passions. It's the activities that make you lose track of time, the things that light a fire in your soul. The second circle, what you're good at, represents your skills and talents. These are the abilities that come naturally to you or that you've honed over time. The third circle, what the world needs, is about finding a way to contribute to society. It's about identifying problems or gaps in the world that you feel called to address. And finally, the fourth circle, what you can be paid for, is the practical aspect. It ensures that your purpose can also sustain you financially. Now, you might be thinking, this sounds great, but how do I actually find my Ikigai? That's where our 1-week journey comes in. Over the next 7 days, we'll explore exercises and reflections designed to help you uncover each of these 4 elements and ultimately find the intersection that is your Ikigai. But before we dive into that process, let's look at some real-life examples of people who have found their Ikigai. Take Jiro Ono, the subject of the documentary Jiro Dreams of Sushi. Jiro found his Ikigai in the art of sushi making. He loves it, he's exceptionally skilled at it, the world certainly needs delicious food, and he's been able to make a living from it. Even in his 90s, Jiro continues to work on perfecting his craft, demonstrating the lifelong nature of Ikigai. Another example is Jane Goodall, the renowned primatologist. Her love for animals, particularly chimpanzees, combined with her observational skills, met a world that needed greater understanding of our closest animal relatives. Her work not only provided her with a livelihood but also contributed significantly to science and conservation efforts. Jane's Ikigai has driven her throughout her life, keeping her active and purposeful well into her 80s. These examples show us that Ikigai isn't just about finding a job you like or a high-paid job. It's about finding a purpose that encompasses all aspects of your life, bringing together your personal and professional spheres in a harmonious way. Now, you might be wondering, can I really find my Ikigai in just 1 week? The truth is, discovering your Ikigai is a lifelong journey. It's not something that magically appears overnight. However, what we can do in a week is lay the groundwork, plant the seeds that will grow into your Ikigai over time. Think of this week as the beginning of your Ikigai journey. We'll start by exploring each of the 4 elements in depth. We'll delve into your passions, examining what truly brings you joy and excitement. We'll assess your skills, both the ones you're aware of and those hidden talents you might have overlooked. We'll look at the needs of the world and how you might be uniquely positioned to meet them. And we'll consider practical ways to turn these elements into a sustainable lifestyle. Throughout this week, you'll be engaging in deep self-reflection. You'll be asked to recall moments from your past, to imagine various futures, and to honestly assess your present. This process might bring up some challenging emotions or realizations. In fact, it's a crucial part of the journey. Remember, finding your Ikigai isn't about achieving perfection, it's about aligning your life with your true self. As we go through this process, it's important to keep an open mind. Your Ikigai might not look like what you initially expected. It might not be a conventional career or a grand, world-changing mission. For some, Ikigai might be found in raising a family, in creating art that touches people's hearts, or in providing a service that makes daily life easier for others. The key is to let go of preconceived notions and societal expectations, and to truly listen to your inner voice. It's also worth noting that your Ikigai can change over time. What gives you purpose in your 20s might be different from what fulfills you in your 50s or 80s. This is why the practice of finding your Ikigai is ongoing. It's not a one-time discovery, but a continual process of growth and self-discovery. As we conclude our introduction to Ikigai, I want you to take a moment to imagine what your life could look like if you were living in alignment with your purpose. Imagine waking up every morning with a sense of excitement for the day ahead. Imagine feeling that your work, whether paid or unpaid, is making a real difference in the world. Imagine the satisfaction of using your unique talents to their fullest potential. This is the promise of Ikigai. We'll be working towards this vision. We'll be peeling back the layers of societal conditioning, self-doubt, and fear to reveal the true essence of who you are and what you're meant to do in this world. It won't always be easy, but I promise you, it will be worth it. As we move forward, keep this in mind. Your Ikigai isn't just about you, it's about how you can use your unique gifts to touch the lives of others. Are you ready? Let's begin this exploration right now. First of all, take a moment to reflect on the times when you felt most alive, most engaged. Perhaps it was while pursuing a hobby, helping others, or tackling a challenging problem. These moments are clues to what you truly love. For example, let's consider Maria, a corporate lawyer who always felt a deep sense of fulfillment when volunteering at animal shelters. Her love for animals, combined with her legal skills, eventually led her to specialize in animal rights law. This intersection of passion and profession brought her closer to her Ikigai. Or think about Raj, an IT professional who found immense joy in teaching coding to underprivileged children on weekends. This realization led him to develop educational software, aligning his technical skills with his passion for education. Now, it's your turn. Grab a notebook and jot down activities that energize you, topics that fascinate you, or causes that stir your emotions. Don't censor yourself, write down everything that comes to mind, no matter how trivial it might seem. Next, we'll explore the second element, what you're good at. This isn't just about your professional skills. Think broader. Are you a great listener? Do you have a knack for simplifying complex ideas? Are you exceptionally organized? These talents, often overlooked, can be crucial in finding your Ikigai. Consider the story of Yuki, a talented home cook who never considered her skills professionally valuable. However, her ability to create delicious, healthy meals, combined with her talent for clear communication, led her to start a successful cooking blog and YouTube channel, teaching busy professionals how to prepare quick, nutritious meals. Now, let's move to the third element, what the world needs. This is where your personal passions and skills intersect with the broader needs of society. It's about finding that sweet spot where your talents can address a real-world problem or fulfill a genuine need. Take the example of Amir, an engineer with a passion for sustainable energy. Recognizing the world's growing need for clean energy solutions, he focused his career on developing more efficient solar panels. His work not only satisfies his personal interests but also contributes to addressing a critical global challenge. The final element is what you can be paid for. This is where practicality meets passion. It's about finding a way to sustain yourself while doing what you love, what you're good at, and what the world needs. Let's look at the story of Sarah, a former marketing executive who loved gardening. She combined her marketing skills with her passion for plants and the growing demand for urban green spaces. Sarah started a consultancy helping businesses create and maintain office gardens, improving workplace environments while building a thriving business. As we weave these four elements together, what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for, we begin to see the outline of your Ikigai emerging. Remember, this isn't about finding a perfect, fairy tale ending. It's about moving closer to a life of purpose and fulfillment. Over the next few days, I encourage you to deeply explore each of these elements. Reflect on your past experiences, your current situation, and your dreams for the future. Talk to friends and family. Sometimes others can see our talents more clearly than we can ourselves. Research fields that interest you and look for gaps where your unique combination of skills and passions could make a difference. As you go through this process, be patient with yourself. Finding your Ikigai is not a race. Life is not a competition, even though in most Western societies we have been conditioned to think as such. It's a journey of self-discovery that can lead to a more meaningful and satisfying life. Some days you might feel like you're making great progress, while other days might leave you feeling stuck. This is all part of the process. Remember the example of Jiro Ono, the sushi master we mentioned earlier. He didn't perfect his craft overnight. It took years of dedication, constant learning, and a willingness to adapt. Your journey to finding your Ikigai may be similar, a continuous process of refinement and growth. As we conclude this exploration of Ikigai, I want to leave you with a final thought. In the West, we often talk about finding a purpose or a calling as if it's a single, dramatic moment of revelation. But the Japanese concept of Ikigai suggests something different. It's about finding joy in the journey, purpose in the everyday moments, and a sense of connection to something larger than ourselves. Your Ikigai might not be a grand, world-changing mission. It might be as simple as bringing a smile to your customers' faces each day, or as complex as developing innovative solutions to climate change. Whatever form it takes, know that by living in alignment with your Ikigai, you're contributing to a better world and a more fulfilled you. So, to recap, carry these questions with you. What do I love? What am I good at? What does the world need? What can I be paid for? Let these guide your decisions, your actions, and your dreams. Explore, experiment, and stay open to possibilities. Your Ikigai is waiting to be discovered. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the heart of Ikigai. Remember, the path to a purposeful life begins with a single step. You've taken that step today. Now, go forth and discover your reason for being. I'm wishing you a life filled with purpose, joy, and meaning. Keep seeking, keep growing, and keep moving towards your Ikigai. Goodbye for now, and good luck on your journey.